What's up, Descendants, and welcome back to another build video. Today we are going to talk all about Enzo. Now, Enzo doesn't have an ultimate, and I originally unlocked him because he is the vault master. He makes all of the vaults really easy to unlock. But he does team buffs, but he can also buff himself and give himself an absolute shed load of damage. Very bursty as well. Now, we'll do this here. This is like the easiest battle anyway, so hopefully this will go well. We're just going to catch him at the knee. We're going to stand still. And that is it. Now obviously it has the Enduring Legacy on that build as well. Check out my previous video for the build that I'm using on that, because it is an absolute beast. But as you can see, we had no problem taking him down whatsoever with the buffs from Enzo. Now, what I am going to very quickly do is to show you that, you know, it's not just an Enduring Legacy. Oh, that's the Execution. That's not the right one. It's not just the Enduring Legacy that you're able to do this with. Now, I know general round guns are extremely good in the game. They have a huge crit, you know, opportunity compared to the other guns in the game, but we are going to take a look and have a look at the Gregs also with Enzo as well, just to kind of show that, you know, it's not a one-trick pony. He's just really good with all guns that have any kind of crit on them. For instance, so when I'm talking here, you can see here Greg's Reverse Fate. Now, my Greg's Reverse Fate is not finished. That'll be the next kind of video I think out on my channel for you to check out. But what I'll show you is how good Enzo is with this gun as well. He only has 30 rounds in the mag, and I am going to give opportunity in the build to kind of extend that or not. But for Devourer, because he's so easy, he has such a small HP pool, we really don't need it, and we're going to put out an absolute insane amount of damage. So what you need to think about here, and I'll talk about which buffs I use on Enzo and stuff as well in a minute. So we're going to pull that out here, and by the time we use our Z skill as well, we'll have 100% crit chance, which is just absolutely crazy damage. Hopefully this will go okay. I've not done much practice with this, and the gun is not maxed, but we'll see. Maybe we've done better, maybe not. But once that gun's maxed, I reckon we can probably crack that out in 2 magazines. There were seconds between them both anyway, so that is really how easy that is. Right, so let's go and talk about, we've done enough demonstrating. Let's go to the range and we'll give you a good demo of how this works and what mods I'm using. And also, Enzo actually gives us a really good opportunity to keep a mod slot or a mod socket spur for whatever we want to fit in there as well, in the way that I've set it up. And obviously you can still do an absolute ton of damage, as you can see. I think that's where most people want to get to, obviously, because then I could farm red mods from that really easy. You can combine them and get other exclusive mods, so it kind of gives you, you know, a huge opportunity. Plus you need him for vaults anyway. Them extreme vaults are so hard when you don't have Enzo to open the super rare ones. It's just an absolute task, and you end up losing most of the time. So having an Enzo in your group is, you know, it's definitely worth it. All right, so here we are. So let's just switch to the Enduring Legacy, which I am now, and let's just have a look at my stats. So if we go into here, we go to info, you can see at the moment my critical hit rate is 39.2. So we're going to put this down, we're going to put our 4 down, we're going to walk into this, and then we'll go back into that as well now. And you can see we have 100% critical hit rate with a 7.7x multiplier, and that is just, you know, orange numbers galore. And if you're hitting the heads as well, it's crazy damage. We've also set it up so our skill actually does some damage as well. I've seen a lot of builds online where the skills do 0 damage because they've gone for cooldown, but let's talk about that now as we are here. So if you do this really nice combination, if we press C, Z for the skill, and then we use our C twice again, what you'll notice is, see how fast that Z is recovering? And it's recovered, and we still have the Z skill up, meaning that we can keep our skills up 100% of the time. So with that up there now as well, I've got 100% crit. I can use this again, the rocket again, and the Z skill should have been back. Oh, my MP was dead though because I was messing around. But as you can see, there we go. We'll use it again. I'm using it again. By the time it comes back up, we'll have enough MP this time to be able to keep that skill up 100% of the time. It's just so nice having be able to giving yourself 100% crit chance over and over and over again is absolutely wild. I use the same build for bossing as I do for using it in dungeons, as I do for anything else. I really don't think there's too much point putting that much more investment into Enzo. He's not an ultimate version yet, but this is what I am using. So the Enduring Legacy is definitely the gun to go with. Check out my build for that, but you can see I've got crit chance, crit damage, firearm attack for against Colossus, and fire attack to make sure I'm always proccing the buff. I'll do a build on my Greg's Reverse Fate. That will be another one going. I'm just not quite finished there. As far as we reactor, this is the reactor that I've got at the moment. It's not perfect, but it does bring down my skill cost. I would love to have skill cost and skill duration on this, but I've not been lucky enough to get one. But the skill cost was enough to get me over where I needed to get to. Obviously, I'm using the Enduring Legacy most of the time, so that's the mountain that you want. And we want non-attribute and singular in the skill power boost ratios. Absolutely perfect for what I was looking for. I've gone with the Annihilation set. This set is just pretty good all around because it gives us an extra 5.7% skill duration. HP on the first one is what you want. HP recovery I went on this, but really use whatever you want. I also got shield recovery out of combat. Then defense definitely on the third one. It's very important for survivability. And then max shield on the bottom one, again just for a bit of extra survivability. Shield is not great, but that if they were both yellow, that would be a really good mod. So that's how I decided to set up. Let's have a look at the Descendant modules. Now the good thing about Enzo is that you don't actually need to put a catalyst. So you can see here, I could use a catalyst now on this slot. Good thing about Enzo is you don't need to, leaving this slot open for a variety of options. You are going to need to farm this to supply firearm enhancer, and if you stay tuned to the video towards the end, I'll show you exactly how I farmed it really quickly. Increased HP for survivability is where I went to, and then max HP again, but also this mod is really good because it gives us 8.8% skill duration. I went with multi-maneuvering here. I do like having 3, but you could also use the grapple that gives you extended length, because if you're going to do boss fights and you're going to be grappling, that is very useful. Short focus is the one where you can kind of switch out to whatever it is you feel that you need. So if you wanted to take in, you know, some extra defense, if you wanted to take in any extra skill, you know, crit chance or crit damage or anything you wanted. So if you feel like this build's lacking in something that you really like, short focus is the one that you can actually switch out for whatever you want. Because it actually doesn't do anything but gives us more gun damage. It takes away 15% from the skill power modifier. We're not too fussed about that, but you know, this is the slot where you can leave it absolutely free. Multi-talented is super important. This is what enables us to have 100% uptime on our critical hit skills all of the time. Then MP conversion gives us skill cooldown, and it takes away a little bit of the MP, which is a little bit meh, but skill cooldown is huge on this, definitely worth it. If you really wanted to kind of bolster things a little bit, I would put something in here instead of short focus that actually boosts your MP. So for instance, if we just search for MP here, you know, you could put, we don't want minus, that would be, so there you go, you could put agony on, giving us, you know, extra defense and extra MP. That would be a good one as well. So yeah, or the blue ones, MP recovery, nah, but there you go. So you could put enlightenment in there if you wanted to, just if you felt like you were running out of HP a lot. But for kind of solo bossing, I kind of felt like this hit the spot really nice for damage and MP. Then we've got nimble fingers for a more skill cooldown. We've got maximized duration for extra skill duration. We then got skill extension for more skill duration. Focus on singular because it gives us singular skill power and more skill cooldown. And then we've got focus on no attribute again because, you know, it bolsters our damage on our skills a little bit and it gives us more skill cooldown. I did decide not to spec into shield like a lot of builds did. I just didn't think it was worth it. I'd rather have 100% up on my skill time all the times. I'd rather have my skills doing at least a little bit of damage, because if you're in a 4-player as well, that skill is doing damage across 4 people, which is great as well. I just found that this works miles better, and we also have the option, again, I've said it a million times, to switch out shot focus for whatever you want. So if you look here on here you can see this is non-attribute singular, and that is non-attribute dimension, and it just works absolutely amazing. Let's talk about supply firearm enhancer. Right, so you want to farm this. The only way to get this is from the superior vaults. So if I remember rightly, I went to White Knight, and let me just remember exactly where I farmed this so I don't give you duff information. Okay, so for this one we went to White Knight Gulch, and we unlocked the temporary safe zone here at the side. Because when you spawn in here, you have a bunch of options of where there can be a vault really close. So this is what you do when you come in. So if you kind of run into this area here, you'll see a lift. So there's two really close to the other side of that hill, and you can use that cliff, this kind of teleport here, the lift, to get over there. There's one that can spawn over there. There's one that can spawn just up here. And there's one that can spawn just over there. And as you can see, it's up already. So we can go to here. Is it up there? Yeah. Oh, there it is. Now, it's just a standard one this time. But for some reason, I found that White Knight Gulch had a kind of... I felt like I got more of the ones that we needed much more often. So I don't know if that's just me, if it's just RNG based or not, or because it's a harder area. But this is how I definitely found out. So you can see there's one that spawns just there. There's one that spawns just over there a little bit as well. There's one that spawns just on that corner there. And then the other one kind of just round the other side of this hill on the other side of there. They're all really close. So if you spawn in, you pretty much always get a tone that there's one near. If you don't, just go back to Albion and teleport back in. But like I said, 90% of the time, you'll find one. And like I said, every 3 or 4, I tend to find a really either high quality one, which gives you the chance at getting the mod. That is going to be it for the build video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Join my Discord as well if you feel like it. I really would appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.